everyone, it's King Chelsea. We're gonna talk about self-love, loving your insecurities, and loving everything about yourself. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'ma grind forever. Green mean gold, I'ma go get it. They say forever is a long time. Long as I get it, best believe it, we gon' be fine. Now I'm on your line, demanding for attention, trying to make you mine. Girl, no waste time, saying that I'm playing, girl, I know did wine. I ain't never running out of love.
To really love who you are and to really practice self-love is to truly accept who you are. It means all your flaws, all your insecurities, and everything that someone told you about yourself that is repeating in your head and you can't get rid of. Let's say someone says your feet look weird, and every time you look at your feet, you think they're weird, but they're not, because you were created like that. Your feet are supposed to look like that. This might be a weird example, but you see where I'm getting. So I'm gonna read the definition of acceptance in psychology. Acceptance in human psychology is a person's assent to the reality of a situation, recognizing a process or condition without attempting to change it or protest it. That something is different in you and recognizing that you are not like everybody else and being completely okay with it. For some reason in this society, we're supposed to conform and all act like robots, like we're all the same and talk like this and just like that. No, be yourself, be who God created you to be. That is really how you start your journey to self-love. Just take baby steps. This is a practice that I do. I list all my insecurities and I look at each and every one of them. I'm just like, I love that about myself. I love that about myself. Not only can I change it, I can't even afford to change it. So another definition of self-acceptance, to accept all attributes of yourself, all attributes that are positive and negative. That's literally everything about the human being. There is nobody on this earth who is just negative or just positive. We're all a little bit of both, but self-acceptance is just literally being okay with that. You're not a perfect person. Nobody here on this planet is perfect. So no matter how many times you pinch your fat and suck it in and do all this, no matter how many lifts and fillers and whatever you get, you're never going to be perfect. And it's okay. It's okay. So one thing you can do is think, what makes me unique? Keep it at the back of your mind that we're not good at everything. So what is your skill? What is your talent? Your God-given talent that makes you unique. Mine is my personality, and everyone has a unique personality, so that's a really good thing to start off with. My personality is very different, and I used to be insecure about it. Like, I don't want people to think I'm weird, but honestly, it's okay. I'm a weird person, and I live in a weird world in my own weird little way. I was born like this, and I'm gonna die like this. That's just the way of life. The circle of life. Once you find out your skills and what makes you unique, it is so much easier to block out anything that anyone else says. If someone calls you something else, you know who you are because you know what makes you you. So anything that somebody says to you, it should just slide off your back. It should not affect you in any way. And if it does, maybe you need to go back and work a little harder, because things that people say to you, you just hear it and be like, I'm okay with that. That is my sentence for self-acceptance is, I'm okay with that. There's nothing I can do. You might not like your eyes. You might not like your flabby arms. You might not like how your stomach folds. You might not like your cellulite. But sweetie, unless you can pay to get those things taken off of you, you're gonna have to accept it. And for a lot of us, we're gonna have to accept it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you choose to go and get these things changed, that should not make you feel like you're perfect. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, even if you get surgery, if you want to go and get lipo, you want to get a tummy tuck, filler, whatever you want to do to yourself, there's nothing wrong with you before. God sees you as perfect. Another way to accept who you are is by celebrating your goals and celebrating your accomplishments, no matter how small. And I can't express this enough. We're so hard on ourselves, especially women. We are so hard on ourselves. Like, we'll be doing something so good, so good, so good, and then you just make one mistake and you just go back to your old habit. You just start talking negative about yourself and just letting all this negative energy just come into your life just from one mistake. Learn to make mistakes, look at the mistake and be like, I'm okay with that. You should never feel like you just failed at life just for making one little mishap, because the reality is a lot of those mishaps are going to happen. The faster you can accept things that happen to you in life, the easier life becomes. I promise you. Like, once you notice like something has happened, you shouldn't just dwell on it and be like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Who's gonna help me? Where can I get this? How do I do that? Just be like, that just happened. All right, and we're gonna move on. To celebrate your goals and your accomplishments is treat yourself. Like, that's also part of self-love, like treating yourself. If your way of treating yourself is buying a meal that you don't usually buy, that's a little bit more pricey than usual. My guilty pleasure is seafood. Seafood is like so expensive, but it's so good. But when I do deserve it, I do go and get it. Now, when you celebrate your accomplishments, it gives you that dopamine high, like you just want to accomplish something else. So it makes you naturally want to set more goals and to crash those goals and completely change your life forever, because it's those small habits that build up on top of each other that helps you accept who you are and who you're going to be. To accept who you are wholeheartedly is to tune out the world. You need to learn how to tune out the world and be one with yourself. There's gonna be haters. And let me tell you now, your friends and family are the first people that are not going to support you. And me realizing that at the time that I did, I was crushed. Just like, why won't anyone support me? How come no one's ever there for me? You have to be there for yourself. You gotta catch yourself. When you fall, you gotta, I got you, girl. Good way on tuning out the world is by planning ahead. You know it's gonna be a place where there's gonna be people that you're not really vibing with anymore. Plan ahead. Like, set your day up to where you can, if you wanna pop in and pop out, be like, go to the event, say your highs, and make sure you have your transportation and know what time you're going to leave. You don't gotta surround yourself in an environment by people if you do not want to be there. You could go and have fun, but it's like, as soon as you start to realize like, this is just not for me anymore, plan ahead. Like, no, I'm going to leave at this time, I'm going here at this time, and I'm going to leave at this time. I think who you are is so hard when you don't plan ahead, because then you put yourself into situations where you're around people who are literally like bad seeds. They just suck up all your energy, and they're negative people. And what do negative people do? They go and find people who are positive and try to bring them down to their level. Start to realize what's negative and what's toxic to you. You know what you like and you know what you don't like. You know who you mess with and you know who you don't mess with. And when you know that, you accept it. And if other people don't accept it, that has nothing to do with you. If you say you are a changed person and you're no longer into certain things, and there's people around you that are into those things that you gave up, that you're trying to move forward from, then it's time to distance yourself from those people and just accept that that is life. That is literally life. Not everyone is meant to go on this journey of life with you. And a lot of people can't stomach that. That's why we hold on to bad habits. We hold on to bad friends. We allow bad people to come into our space and do whatever they like with our feelings, with our thoughts, with our emotions. And it's not right. If you don't accept that something is over, something is dead and gone, you're never gonna move on. Therefore, that just makes you have this repetitive cycle of just living day by day, sad, depressed, having anxiety, when all you need to do is accept that this is not working for you. You need to really be self-aware and analyze your life. This is no longer working for me, so I'm going to cut it off and move forward. And that's it. I really did rush through this video because I have somewhere to be. I really hope that y'all kind of grasp what I'm trying to say. If you don't love yourself, if you don't accept who you are, it's so hard to allow other people into your life. It's so hard to show love to other people and to have that reciprocated if you don't love yourself. People who don't love themselves bring other people down. You don't want to be one of those people. So before you go out into the world and expect things from other people, you need to be up to par. You need to expect those things from yourself. And yeah, I just wanted to come on here and share that with y'all. Thanks for tuning in. There's gonna be way more videos on self-love, self-care, and I'm gonna just do random things on this channel. Who knows? Whatever. Thanks for watching. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, because y'all don't be subscribing, so do that.